Throughout history, the figure of Mary has been venerated and loved by millions of people around the world. But how much do we really know about her beyond her role as the mother of Jesus Christ? The Christian narrative presents Mary as a woman of extraordinary faith, humility, and obedience, chosen by God for a unique and divine mission. However, many aspects of her life and legacy remain lesser known but equally fascinating. Before we begin, we would like to clarify that this video has no ideological bias or religious affiliation. Our goal is to provide information about historical and theological facts related to the Virgin Mary, with no intention of causing disagreements or offenses. This is a space of respect and understanding, where everyone is welcome, regardless of their faith or lack thereof. From her miraculous apparitions to her role in the history of salvation, Mary is a central figure in Christianity. Her name, of Hebrew origin, derives from Miriam and carries a hidden meaning. In Hebrew, Mary is linked to the word mar, suggesting a connection with the ocean, a symbol of greatness, immensity, and purification. This association brings ideas of renewal and spirituality, reflecting Mary's importance in Christian tradition. Mary is known as the mother of Jesus, the Son of God, and her role in the history of salvation is undeniable. She is revered for her purity and grace, often called the Virgin Mary, a figure of virtue and devotion. Her virgin conception and her role as the mother of Jesus have made her a divine symbol and a representation of spiritual motherhood. Mary's life is marked by extraordinary moments that reflect both divine intervention and the historical and cultural context of her time. One of the most significant events is the announcement of Jesus' conception by the angel Gabriel, as recounted in the Gospel of Luke. This episode, known as the Annunciation, takes place when Mary, a young virgin from Nazareth, is visited by Gabriel, who brings her an astonishing and divine message. Luke's account describes Gabriel appearing to Mary and greeting her, "Hail, full of grace, the Lord is with you." Luke chapter 1 verse 28. Perplexed and confused, Mary listens as the angel tells her that she will conceive a son who will be called Jesus, the Son of the Most High. Gabriel explains that the Holy Spirit will come upon her, and the power of the Most High will overshadow her, resulting in the conception of Jesus, who will be holy and called the Son of God. Mary's response to this revelation is one of humility and obedience. "Behold, I am the servant of the Lord. Let it be to me according to your word." Luke chapter 1 verse 38. This act of faith and submission is central to Christian theology, representing her complete trust and cooperation with God's plan. The Annunciation marks the beginning of the fulfillment of the messianic promise and God's direct intervention in human history through the incarnation of His Son. Mary is seen as the new Eve, whose obedience contrasts with the disobedience of the first Eve, bringing new hope and redemption for humanity. Regarding Mary's age at the time of her betrothal and the Annunciation, the historical and cultural context of 1st century Palestine suggests she was very young, possibly between 13 and 15 years old. This was a common custom in Jewish society, where young women were often betrothed shortly after reaching puberty. While Mary's age may seem surprising by contemporary standards, it was a well-established and acceptable practice in her time. Her youth is also theologically significant, as her purity, symbolized by her virginity and youth, is frequently emphasized in gospel narratives and church teachings. Moreover, her young age highlights the depth of her faith and courage to accept such a crucial role in God's plan, despite the potential risks and misunderstandings. The cultural context of her time also provides a broader understanding of the role of women in Jewish society. Despite the limitations imposed on women, Mary's story shows how God chooses and elevates the humble and marginalized to fulfill His purposes. A young woman from a small village becomes the Mother of God, a title that places her in a unique and exalted position within Christian tradition. Another passage of great importance concerning Mary occurs during the crucifixion of her son. The Gospel of John describes the scene with touching simplicity, Standing by the cross of Jesus were his mother, and his mother's sister, Mary the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene, John chapter 19 verse 25. This verse not only highlights Mary's presence but also underscores the solidarity among the women who supported Jesus to the end. The image of Mary at the foot of the cross is a powerful symbol of fidelity and maternal love, adding emotional depth to the passion narrative. Her presence bears witness to the suffering and death of her son, participating in his pain and sorrow in an intimate and personal way. Many theologians view this participation as a continuation of her fiat, her yes, given at the Annunciation. Just as she accepted the role of the Mother of God with faith and obedience, Mary now accepts the agony of seeing her son sacrificed, demonstrating a faith that remains steadfast even in the darkest circumstances. Additionally, Mary's presence at the foot of the cross is often interpreted as a symbol of the Church. In John chapter 19 verse 26-27, Jesus, seeing his mother and the beloved disciple, says, "Woman, behold, your son," and to the disciple, "Behold, your mother." This act of entrustment is seen as a moment of profound theological importance, in which Mary is given to humanity as a spiritual mother. This forms the basis of Marian doctrine, which regards Mary not only as the mother of Jesus but also as the mother of all Christians, a role she continues to fulfill through her intercession and maternal care.